Alright, Psycho Dogger here, back with my 100% walkthrough. So we have leveled up, and we are headed now to go kill the deacons. Before we do that, we are going to go rescue our good friend Onion Bro. So the deacons, our boss fight, there's just a bunch of deacons, and one of them is glowing, and you kill them, and then once they get to half health, the main soul of the deacons comes up, and I think he's wearing a purple robe. You just kill him, you're good. They're weak to frost, and they are considered hollow, so the Hollow Slayer Greatsword does bonus damage to them. I would not recommend using it because we haven't leveled it up, and we have not leveled up for a very good reason. So don't just go level up because you're afraid of what I would consider to be the easiest boss in the game. So there's our good friend Onion Bro. Hello, Seaward. We're gonna throw his armor on down for him, let him escape, so we can do his quest line. He's rejoicing. Good for you, Sigurd. Good for you. So now we're gonna just teleport on over to Rosaria's bedchamber, which is where you want to be going from the fight. For this, there's also another strategy, which is Vow of Silence, which you should be able to have by now. Vow of Silence is essentially the main threat of the deacons is that they can kill you with a spell that builds up. It takes a long time to build up, but they can do it. They also cast fireballs, but if you use Vow of Silence, then they're just a bunch of guys with very, very poor health, and so they're not a threat at all. So something to be aware of. Oh, another thing to be aware of before we go into this fight is that if you have not leveled up to get 15 hollowing, like I never actually did even after I showed you it, then you cannot go, then Yol dies after you kill this boss. So make sure that you do that. I'm gonna go do that right now, actually. I should have done it before when I showed it to you guys. I just didn't feel like it. I don't like it because it makes your character ugly, and of course I'm using my waifu character, so that's why I didn't do it. But I'm just going to take the time now in this episode to actually kill myself every time, show you guys how that's done, and the real answer is to just fall. Just looping, looping, looping. Do not ember in between times. If I was not embered this time, that would be even better. Alright. Just lots of aggressive circling. Be aware. Now, this is going to probably take the entire episode, so you might just want to skip this episode, especially if you are not a fan of watching somebody frantically spin in circles. That makes you sick. So now you're dead. So there's no fear of losing your souls this way. You could go kill enemies, but it would take longer because even if you go get killed by enemies, you have to come back every couple of times to talk to Yol, so that you don't have to die 15 times. You only have to die, I think, 2, 4, 6. Yeah, I think you have to die 7 times with this strategy. So it's better to just do it this way. Retrieve your souls. You know, like I said before, though, if this is your first time playing the game, you have no fear of not dying enough. You will die plenty to be able to get all 5 of those free levels. It's just once you this is still the beginning part of the game, and so it's hard to die if you beat the game as many times as I have. It's a challenge to actually die. People call this game hard. It's not. It's just different than a lot of games, and so once you get used to it, it gets really, really easy. Of course, the fact that the game does get very, very easy, that's part of the reason why you get punished so badly if you encounter another invader. Like the first time you encounter it, you're going to get punished badly just because, that person's probably played through the game a dozen times. And you're on your first playthrough. And it's okay. Everybody loses during an invasion on their first playthrough. I mean, even now, I'll still occasionally just die for no particular reason to an invader. It's just how it works. Alright, and come and talk to Yol again. Now we can draw out our true strength. So we have 3 hollowing. So we're going to go ahead, get 20 strength. And now we're up to soul level 40. So at this point, now we have an additional ring. So as we die 2 more times, it's going to give us, we'll be up to 5 hollowing the next time we die, and then be up to 7 after that. We'll be able to upgrade again. There's a sword that you can get in this game that allows you to do pretty significant damage to you. It's in the Mound Maker's Covenant. So you have to go back to that shrine under where we fought the Cursed Rod of Greatwood, and if you give them, I can't remember, it's either 15 or 30 vertebra shackles, and that will allow you to get a katana that you can stab yourself with. It increases, I don't know if it increases the range, but it definitely increases damage. But it's also, of course, takes off your health, which is very, very useful if you're trying to, commit suicide as we are. One thing to be aware of is you do take more fall damage the heavier you are. So if you're wearing like paper thin armor that is very light and you have a fast roll, it's going to take a significantly longer time to try to kill yourself by jumping off this little ledge. So just something to be aware of if you're finding that you're taking like a third of the damage that I am and you're trying to also commit suicide this way. Just put heavier stuff on, you'll die faster. Or I don't know, spend 45 minutes running in circles and killing yourself. I'm not going to tell you how to live your life. Seven hollowing. Okay, so we are now good to go level up again. Yol, give me my strength. Alright. Okay, now we get 3. We need to die 3 more times in total, and then we're good. So the next time that we die will be get us up to 10, and then we'll get up to 13, and you need a total of 15 hollowing to go up, so you only need to die 1 more time after that. And again, this is only necessary if you're going for having access to all the endings of the game, which is what I'm going for. And this is actually the hardest ending to get because it's so easy to mess it up. 50-50 chance I managed to mess it up during this playthrough. But that's why we're doing it, because I got told about this when I was watching Fighting Cowboys walkthrough, but he didn't manage to do it because he didn't. He knew it existed, but he'd never done it before, and so he managed to mess it up because it's very, very easy to mess it up. And so I actually tried for it myself, and I did manage to get it my first time, but I found it really annoying that I took the time to watch an entire walkthrough and was told to go for a specific ending, and then the guy didn't even manage to demonstrate it for me, and it irked me that was what happened, and that's half the reason why I'm doing it this time. It is just so that there is a full and complete demonstration of how to go ahead and get that ending up on YouTube somewhere, even if it's in an area where, you know, nobody's actually going to end up watching it. Now that is an aspect of just like recording for YouTube that I didn't anticipate. Just the realization that chances are no one's going to watch any of your videos. It was like very disheartening. I ran into a guy when I was PvPing with a soul level 177 character. I'm actually going to put a video of some of our fights up. And he just kind of like, he was like, oh my god, that's so cool, you should definitely keep doing it. I'm going to go watch your videos. And just having like only even one person go through and watch a few of my videos made me, you know, revived my hope and gave me some motivation for continuing this. Alright, so we are now where we wanted to be. But we still need to go die again and get a free level. As I said, we can now go either go to 30 vigor and 30 endurance, or we can go to 25 of them all. I'm going to go ahead and go to 25 of them all, just because it at 25 strength, 25 dex, it puts you in a position where you can use basically every weapon in the game, except for a couple of, you know, ultra strength weapons that are going to require 40 strength. But we are going to get to the point where we can use those, and then we'll work on getting 30 vigor and 30 endurance. And one more fall and we don't have to die anymore. Woohoo! Alright, we're now good to go. Alright. Grab our souls back. I'm going to go ahead, use an ember, get my health back, and then we're going to go talk to Yoel one more time, get our last free level. I'm going to put it in vigor. And then once you're telling him, he says you've attained ample strength, which means Yoel's sister, I don't know, Yuria is going to show up. Yuria sells cool stuff, plus all the spells that he did, and will allow you to continue the quest line. So now we're going to go fight the deacons. So make sure that you go ahead, use the undead bone shard that we picked up. Just always religiously check that because it's super easy to forget, and then go back to Rosaria's bedchamber. We're going to end this episode here, and then the next episode it'll basically just be the deacons boss fight, and we'll head on back to the Fair and Keep area, and we'll work on over to the next boss fight there. But yeah, we did save Onion Bro, so that's good things. Good things happening. It does blow my mind that I've already recorded 23 episodes for this. That's kind of cool, honestly. But this is where we're gonna end the episode. In the next episode, I'm gonna show you the path to the deacons from here. This is the shortest path, and then we're gonna go ahead and actually kill them. So